Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. My name is Roy.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going to be talking about shop name. This is a continuation on our blacksmithing business series. Hope you guys are enjoying the content we've been putting out on that. And so we want to go over just a few kind of like hints on how to pick a shop name. It's one of those critical things to do when you're getting started and starting to market your work.
That's right. When you start a store on Etsy, you get to pick your shop name, but this is also relevant to just picking a name for your business that you can always refer to as you go along, and you make business cards and you're making contacts and things like that.
Yeah. So a couple key points that I'd like to point out to pick your shop name. You want to take and pick a shop name that is going to be relevant, not now, but in 10 years from now, or in 20 years from now, or as long as you perceive doing this business for. We struggled with this a little bit when we were first picking and selecting our name for our shop. One big important thing that I wanted the name to reflect was what we believe in, and we are followers of Christ, and we believe that good Christian business ethics and practices need to be at the core of our business and needs to be at the forefront of our minds when we're interacting and engaging with customers. That's through bad customers and good customers alike, from all walks of life. And so we really wanted that to be at the core of our name. And we went through a lot of different kind of name pickings, what we wanted to do, everything. We come up with some real simple names, some, are they called acronyms, where you shorten stuff up? Yeah. Some acronym names. Then we finally settled on, Christ Centered Forge. And then we decided as we got more into this.
Yeah, it's about a year or two later, we ended up changing it. Just changed the last part.
Yeah, to Ironworks. Reason for that being is Ironworks sound more professional. Christ Centered Forge sounded more hobbyist, kind of part-time. As where Ironworks sounds like it's a much larger company than what it really is. You're looking at it. This is the only 2 employees of Christ Centered Ironworks. But that little simple name change, it means something in the long run. If you're picking names and you're thinking you're being funny and naming your shop Billy Bob's Underwear Emporium, unless you're selling underwear, Billy Bob, you're not funny and you're not fooling anybody. It's funny, but it's
funny.
It's true. I mean, do you want to be quoting out maybe a $30,000 railing job someday, 10 years from now, and be named Billy Bob's Underwear Emporium? Is your client going to be able to say the name of your business without a sneer or a laugh on their face, or the guys that they're not taking you seriously? So the name can be that big step. But
yeah, it can revolve around your values. That's one thing. Some people, they do they use the name of this town they live in as part of their forge name. Of course, if you move, that'll be something to think about in the future. Where you're going with it. Let's see. If you do a specific niche within the forging, like if you did, say, dragon's head sculptures, everything dragon related, you could get away with doing Dragon's Breath Forge or something like that, because
if it hasn't already been taken.
Yeah, exactly. If that goes along with the theme that you plan on in the future. So you're looking at currently and in the future when you're picking a shop name.
Yeah. And you want the name to be, you want it to be searchable. And Jessica, she'll be going into a lot of videos on search engine optimization, which is for short is SEO, and she's going to be going into some different videos on that, and then some more in-depth videos, kind of an overall, and then more in-depth on stuff like that. And that matters with an online business. It matters on a brick and mortar business. There's a lot of brick and mortar businesses, places that actually have a shop, they have a retail storefront that have no traffic, and they start an online store, they start things like that, and they can't hardly get anybody to their store. And a lot of the reason for that is just in their shop name. So it can sound like it's a real big thing to pick that first name. We've already went through one name change, and that was purely on the fact that we wanted to sound like a much larger company, a much more professional company, and we wanted to represent ourselves as such.
Right.
But
it wasn't a drastic name change for us though, because the first part stayed the same. But Etsy does allow you to make one name change after your store goes live, so so that is something too.
And then of course, if you're online and you're running your own website, your name change is infinite as long as it's available. And then she's going to go into that at some point. Right now we're covering Etsy because that's been our main breadwinner and our mainstay, and we have been on there a long time. And so it's where we feel that we can give you guys the most knowledge about. But yeah, just going into stuff like that, there's all sorts of things like domain names, and you'll find that some jerk has already taken your name, and then he wants to sell it to you for probably an unreasonable amount of money because
more.
you need it than what you would have paid for the domain. We've experienced some of that and things, But hey, if you can't beat them, join them.
There you go.
If you can't beat them, join them. Anyways, so some quick tips on, and we'll just kind of do a few maybe in order of importance of picking a name. It has to be something you care about.
Yep.
And then you give a tip. Go ahead.
Okay. Something that is searchable for your customers.
Yep. Something that's going to be relevant in 10 years.
Something that's a good description of what you're doing and where you plan on going.
Yep. And it has to reflect, this is where the relevancy comes in, the type of work that you are most passionate about. Because ultimately, as it's my favorite saying, you can never fail at something you're passionate about. So thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you tuning in, and we appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving us.
Leave us, if you've got a shop name, let us know what it is in the comments, so we can hear from you guys what kind of shop names you guys come up with. So
yeah, leave some of those shop names up, and if you want us to tell you what we think, honestly, we can give you our honest opinion. You may not like it, but it's constructive criticism, and we really want to help you guys through this thing of building your business. So thank you all for watching. God bless you all. We'll catch you on the next one.